Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Life Issue. My name is Blessing. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. If you're watching this video after my broadcast, thank you so much for the time you are on my channel. All right, this evening, I want us to talk about the trending news about Peter Obi being impersonated. This is what is trending in Nigeria. Now, please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please help me hit the red button so that you can get my video anytime I am broadcasting. If you're watching me on Facebook, please follow me, please subscribe. So, guys, if you guys have not heard the story, I'm just going to be giving you guys a lowdown of this story that is making rounds in Nigeria. So, headlines. I think this happened on Friday, but the headlines are just coming out today. So Peter will be briefly detained at Heathrow Airport in mistaken identity. And a lot of news websites, even CNN, BBC, they all carried this news, how UK immigration harassed. I have a problem with that word harass, and I'm going to talk about it later. So they said how UK immigration harassed and detained Obi over alleged impersonation. And then you have another one pause, why UK immigration officials detain harassed. You see the way they keep using the word harassed, okay? P2B at London airports. All of them are actually, this was about obedient rescuing him. Okay, so what actually happened? Because what I did this morning, when I woke up this morning, like if you're a Nigerian, you just wake up and you're waiting for something else. What is the latest thing that is about to happen? What else are they going to throw? What are they cooking? Especially if Twitter space is silent and about those and they are at the confluence, they're not doing anything. You're asking some question. What are they about to cook? What is being cooked by them? All right, so basically what happened was that Dito B on Friday went to London. Yeah, Christmas, it was Easter, sorry. Oh God, calm down, blessing. Okay, it was Easter and he traveled. Now, remember, this guy is actually based in London also. He lived here for a long time. And this guy has all of his social securities, his NI, everything in London. He shuttles London, UK almost every other month. He's always here. His root is here. His children are here. His wife just, went back to Nigeria. She was living here. His family, his younger brother is here. The wife is here. So this is practically part of his home. So, when I saw the headline, I was like, did P2B impersonate someone? That was what I was like, hey, what are they alleging? What did he do again? No, hey, what happened? No, what did they say he has done? No, because this man has been impeccable. He has been spotless. They could not pin anything on this man. It's like, when you guys are looking for something on a particular person, they cannot pin anything on someone. Let's use the word, compared to Nigerian politician, this guy became a saint, like a saint. And so when I saw this headline, especially the one that was posted by one of these about those news agenda is always carrying, UK immigration harassed and detained. I was like, hey, detained, care for UK immigration to say detained. That means something happened. It was when I started reading the news and I got to understand, based on what his campaign people put out, that there was something. He was coming into the UK and there was a duplication offense. Now, I explained what that means. And as it was explained by his campaign manager and others, it was kind of like they find out that someone was using his details. Now, it could be his passport. It could be that someone made a deal. It could be that someone has done something, but it was a tip-off, because how did they know he was coming in? Or did the person use his passport for it to have triggered? Now, remember that when you're coming in using your biometrics, okay? So how did that thing trigger? unless there's a tip-off or, and when I was like, what happened here? But I'm going to say that, let's get something true. Peter Obi is a general name. And that's one thing, again, I have to ask myself a question. Peter Obi is a general name, but this guy has been traveling a long time. He's been coming into the UK for a long time, and none of this trigger has happened. So it supposes that, or presupposes that this is something new, because he has never been stopped before. Nothing has ever happened. They've not questioned him about this before. So this must be someone impersonating him recently, someone that have used his details, someone that have actually, I hope the person has not committed any offense yet, and P2B was stopped and questioned. And that's just, for me, after I read the story, I was like, why are Wado people, why are they throwing this up? What is this thing? I mean, sometimes people are stopped and, they ask you question. Maybe someone has committed offense. I've had occasion whereby someone have tried to use my detail to open an account, and the police calls me, or they come around and they check and they know it wasn't me, and then they go after the person. Is a normal routine. It happens. If you live in Obodoyibo and we know the kind of, crime rates and people trying to scam us or trying to hack us or trying to use our detail, we know that this can happen. But Nigerians are much worried, or they are worried, because of the fact that this guy, every week there's something new happening. They are throwing something his way. So what we are asking is this something from the opposition party? Have they cloned his passport? Have they committed any sin or any forgery or any criminal offense, and they have used Peter Obi's detail? Because we cannot trust these people, to be frank with you. If this man has been going in and out of the UK for how many months now? He's lived here, his family lived here, the Met never stopped him, they never harassed him, they never questioned him. And then at this point, when we are at court, we are all at court. When we are trying to get our mandate, now they are throwing this tantrum. These people are not serious. So to be frank with you, I don't trust them. They can do anything. They are desperate. They can do anything. I mean, it's not as if like we don't know what they can do or what they are capable of doing. So I hope the Met Police will not just fold their arms. And I'm going to ask, if you live in the UK, you should actually demand for them to give us an answer to what happened. Was Peter Ovi being profiled? Was it a case of mistaken identity? We do not want this to happen again. So if you can, please request for more information, request from the Met. I'm going to even be sending a message to the Met. I want to know what happened. Was he profiled? What actually happened? Is it that a case of someone else answering P2B and they stopped P2B at the airport, and did they not use biometric? What happened that it became, a case of a mistaken identity? Because some news outlets are saying it's mistaken identity. What do you mean by mistaken identity? And the word harassed. See, what these people are doing, that means they're accusing the Met Police of harassing Peter Obi. We need to get that checked. Was he harassed? Was he manhandled? Was he profiled? Let's get the heat on these people. They want to be mad. Let all of us be mad. They think it's Nigeria. It's not Nigeria now. They cannot get away with sort of a thing in Obodoyibo. You cannot harass a public figure, someone that everybody knows. From what I even heard, that it was when the obedience that were at the airport start making noise and start agitating, that was when they had to, start explaining and start telling them that, oh, someone was impersonating him. Like, seriously? So obedience in the UK, we cannot just stop there. I think what we need to do is to request more information from the Met. What happened? Why was he profiled? Why was he stopped? What was this mistaken identity about? Who used his detail? Have they gone for that person? Because we cannot afford these Abado people doing something or committing a crime, and they are putting it on our principal's head. There is nothing they cannot do. These people are like, when you are kind of like drowning and you are looking for an avenue or any way you can get another person to drown with you. These people are drowning and they can do and undo. So this is actually what happened. Peter B's detail, they've not been very specific about which of these details were stolen. It could be his passport. It could be his bank detail. It could be that someone out there is pretending to be P2B. You know how Nigeria people now, I don't want to say 419, but you know how we are. We can be very smart. Do you understand? So someone is doing something using Peter Obi's profile and identity. And what we need to know is someone just say, hi, how are you? What we need to know is, who is this person? What is the Met going to do about it? Are they going to make sure that every resources is put out there to bring this person to book? It's not just harassing him and stopping him at Heathrow. Something needs to be done, because Peter B is not just an ordinary person in Nigerian scheme of things. This guy is someone that we have placed our hope on. This is a man that we know, Peter B, cannot in any way do any fraudulent thing. We know that. So I'm just gonna say, like, because some people have been calling me and, like, asking questions, what happened? I'm like, you know what? For me personally, it was not actually a story. That was why I haven't done the video since morning, because it has happened to me. I've actually, when I used to come to the UK, when I was living in Nigeria, I've been stopped at Heathrow and someone was answering my surname and my name. And they were actually thinking I was a person. I was actually detained for some time before they let me go. It has also happened to some of my friends. Actually, if you answer these names like maybe Chinyere Keke or maybe Mobalanla Alawi, those names that are always very popular that someone else could have. But the only thing is that then there was no biometrics. Then you could just, travel. There was no biometrics, there was no that, security checks. But now we do have it. So how could they mistake whoever that person is to be Peter Obi? We need more information on this. And please, we need to demand for more information. So guys, if you live in the UK and you're an activist and you're out there, please write to the Met, ask them to give us more information. Why was Peter Obi profiled? Who is the person that is impersonating him? They need to investigate that person and bring that person to book. Let's see if this person is one of the Abado people, because we need to start teaching people lesson. They cannot bring that their rascality that they do in Nigeria to the UK. It shouldn't fly. We should not let it happen. So please, guys, let's do something. Let's not just fold our arms and say, oh, no. I mean, first of all, he was in the UK he just went back yesterday from what I've heard. So he was here for like 5 to 4 days. So automatically what it means is that he's not the one. Met is not looking for him. If the Met believe that he was the one or the offense was being committed by him, of course they will take his passport. Of course he'll be in jail now, or they will be like, they won't let him go. But for him to have gone back and they give him back his passport, which means it's like someone out there is doing something with Peter B's name, and we need to fish out who this person is, and the Met need to work. They need to understand that this is not just an ordinary Nigeria. This is a man that we, the youth, have put our hope in, and we want him to make a Nigeria, or create a Nigeria that we're all going to be proud of. So we cannot let anybody tarnish his image at all. So guys, let's do something. If you live in the UK, use your rights, use your profile, use your social, contact the Met, write to them and ask them what happened. Was he being profiled? Who is impersonating him? What happened? They need to tell us. Okay, so let's put more fire on the Abado. So next time they will not try this rubbish, or they will not do this kind of tip off or say something. Do you know that someone can actually call the Met or Heathrow and say something and make a claim on someone, and they will stop the person to investigate? But if they know that they cannot get away with it, that mates will come after them, they will not try it again. So that's my take on this story. For me personally, it's not even a topic of debate or arguing about, because I know Met Police, they will fish out who did this. They will find out who is impersonating, who stole his identity. They will find out. It's not going to last long. We will get to know. So that's my take on this story. The story is out there. You can read it up on BBC. People are talking about it. What is mistaken identity is actually a criminal offense if you take someone's identity, and it's actually you're going to face the music. So whoever it is that is doing this, you're going to face the music. And I'm going to say you should just come clean and tell us who gave you the idea to not be afraid and use okute. Okute. Voila. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about this story that is making rounds and people are talking about it. Just to say, if you're obedient, do not fear. Do not even bother yourself. Met Police will sort this out. Let's focus on the issue. These people are trying to distract us a lot. Let's focus on the court case. This is our focus. Okay? Someone said something, said, could APC, for me personally, if you ask me my individual opinion, yes, I think so. I think it has to be opposition party. It might not be the party. It might be an individual who is pro opposition party, but we don't know yet until the Met tells us. That's why I want people who live in the UK to actually demand for this to be persecuted and for Met to do something and work on this. Because if we let it go, it's not their problem. But if we put pressure on them and we call it profiling and we're talking about it, they would then follow it up. I know these people. If we do not, say something and do something, it will just, it's none of their business. But we need to actually ask them for, accountability. Why was P2B profiled? Who did it? Can we find out why that person did what they did? Okay. Why did the person, steal his identity? What did the person use his identity for? We need to find out. Otherwise, it might happen again. That's my take on this story. You can drop your comments on your thoughts or your, about this whenever you watch this video. God bless you. Bye-bye.